Well, let me tell you a little bit about my journey. It started, I was a waitress at a restaurant and I had 3 children and I just wasn't able to make ends meet. I went through a very tough time in my life and ended up being divorced from a husband that was non-supportive of the children and non-supportive of us both financially and emotionally. So I knew that it was up to me to make things work. I went down to the welfare department in order to apply for welfare, and it bothered me that I had to do that. It truly bothered me that I couldn't support my family by myself. I went into the welfare office, which was in a large building, and I got lost. And I ended up in an office asking directions, and it turned out it was a job training organization. And the next day they called and they offered me a job as a receptionist in their office. I believe the day I got lost in that building, it was fate. I think that fate heard my call, that I wanted something more, that I wanted to do something more, that I wanted to be something more, that I wanted to give something more, and put me in that place at that time. They had bought spaces at a Bridges Out of Poverty presentation. I said I would love to go to this. I was still in the process of building myself and my family, so I thought anything that could help, I would be happy to do. I would not be where I am today had it not been for those initial steps across that bridge. I think my advice to people is to go through the Bridges program if you want it. If you desire something more, if you desire something bigger in your life, if you want to be successful, if you want to live in a middle class picket fence house, go to Bridges because they will teach you how to go through that, how to get through that process and how to make that happen. When people see you trying, when people see that you really want to, they help you. You know, when they see that someone's working so hard for something, people help you. I am the Executive Director of Dunlin Health Council, and I am responsible for making sure that our community is taken care of through grants to nonprofit agencies. I support nonprofits and I support them because I know what people feel like when you don't have food, and I know what it feels like when your utilities are going to be shut off, and I understand those feelings. And all that's my past, but it relates to my future now because I know what organizations help people, what organizations provide, and I know what that felt like to me. Sometimes it's tough to keep going on the bridge, and I think it's important. People say don't look back, but I think it's important to look back and see where you were and what you were doing and how that affected where you are today and how you don't want it to affect, or you do want it to affect, where you're going farther on down the bridge. Every employer I've had along the way invested in me in one way or another and brought out the best in me. At the job training, I was promoted over and over again. And then when it came to the opportunity here, the board came to me and they said, you're the only one that knows how to do this, and we'd like to offer you the opportunity. They gave me the opportunity, they gave me the training, they provide the backup, and that was a good investment for them.